Hello interwebs, we're at the new shop. It's currently about 9:30. I've just wrapped up doing the podcast on a Tuesday with Caradog, and I've just wandered down the road from the new shop just to give you guys a quick walk around this place. So let's start looking around and I'll show you where we're up to. So bit of a narrow field of view, so it's difficult to give you space. Those of you on the Patreon will have seen these pictures already, and if you haven't, then look back on the previous post to see that. But we've got, if I just walk down to this corner, and we start back from here, so there's the front window, and there's the front door, and we come in down this ramp. And again, the field of view makes it look really small, but just to put things in perspective, this entire room here, you could fit the entire building that I'm currently in into this room. And as you can see, we've got sockets all the way along the wall there. So this is the main room. And if we wander around the corner here, we've got another room back through here. Let me just walk back just so you can see that archway. So I've got my back to the front window now, so you can come in through here. Front desk is going to be there. And then down this side, we're just going to have countertops all the way around the side there. So then walking down through the back here, we've got the next room, which is the same size all over again. Comes with a free ladder apparently. And so this room here, this is going to be the studio. And so along this back section here, I want to have two counters. I'm going to have a workbench here and a workbench here. This one is going to be sort of more studio type thing. I want to have a nice backdrop there. And that's going to be sort of camera on a tripod pointing at it. And that's going to be for recording. That's going to be for recording like case reviews and repairing PCs and stuff. Stuff where it's going to be a sort of a wide angle view. And then on the left hand side will be a workbench that's more for electronic stuff and laptops, where I'm doing a more top-down view, as you guys are more accustomed to seeing. So that will be where most of the familiar content gets made. And then along the back wall, there'll be another counter all the way along this back wall that will just cover all of this sort of scragginess here. That will all be covered under another countertop. And along that countertop, I'm going to have all the test benches. So, disk backing up, memory testing, possibly even more advanced equipment like an ultrasonic cleaner, microscope, that kind of thing. Then on this wall here, so again, there's the archway. On that wall there, that's planning on all being storage. So I'm hoping to just have rack shelves all along there. And that will give me all of the storage I need. And that will give me like twice the amount of storage that I currently have just along that wall alone. And that means that I can actually have stuff in stock. I can have cases there, I can have graphics cards, I can have components, and I can have just peripherals, cables, just stuff in stock that I don't have space for at the moment. And if we go through this back area here, through the back door, this is obviously, we've got another room in here. In a minute. There we go. It's a bit pokey back here, but this tiny little room here that we've just walked in, it's a very weird shape. This room doesn't really have any particular purpose. It could be an office, because I would be inclined to stick a desk in here. In all likelihood, I will use it as dump space. So this will just be a storeroom, and I'll use it just for putting boxes in. Certainly as I move in, I'm just going to dump everything in there. Inexplicably, it has two doors to the same room. Because reasons. Who knows why. And if we walk down here a little bit, back here. Bathroom. Nothing to see in there. And then in here. God, I feel like a criminal in here. This is the first time I've been here on my own. I feel like I'm not supposed to be in here. I feel like I'm not allowed. Where's the lights? How do I turn on the light in here? As you can see, it's a kitchen. There we go. In here, we've got a kitchen. So, counters, got a fridge. Let's see if that works. Hopefully it does. That'd be rad. Get a fridge, imagine that. I've never had a fridge in the shop. Sink, cupboards, and back door, and that leads out. That goes out into a car park where I do actually have a parking space, which would be rad as well. And that's it. That's a tour of the place. I hope this is all coming out. We got some speaker wires here that are interesting. There are actually some in-ceiling speakers. So I'm hoping to get those wired in because I've got an amp that I can plug into that, which will be pretty cool. So I'm hoping I can actually put those to use. So let's come out of there. I'll switch those lights off on my way out. I'm not going to do anything here tonight, as tempting as it is. I need to go home and chill out. So other things to do. We got the problem of lighting in here. The lighting in this place is just a hodgepodge. This used to be a salon, and I'm surprised the lighting is not actually very good considering it was a salon. We've got a mixture of these tiny little spot down lights. Those have actually got energy savers in them. They're just very tightly narrowed into a beam. And then we've got these bigger ceiling lights, which again have got energy savers in them. All of these bulbs are ancient and take about 5 minutes to actually get going. And now they've got going, it's not dim in here, but it's not studio lighting bright. Half of it, that bulb up there is gone. This one is filthy, so you can't even see the bulb in there. So I might invest in some, as you can see, this is a panel ceiling. So I may just invest in panel lights and just put a row of panel lights along the ceiling there and just go boom, down lighting, and use a combination of that plus my studio lights on tripods to get the amount of light that I'll need for filming back here. And then in the main shop, we probably won't need much else in here. So I might utilize some of the custom LED lighting I've got in some places. But by and large, I don't think we need anything else. And that's it. So along the front there, again, I want to get some countertop on there. Maybe have some countertop that will either match the height of this or just sit slightly above it, preferably. And then that will be, I can just have show computers and stuff to look pretty in the window there, which will be nice. And then along this one, that's where I'll put a load of demonstration stuff. And I'll have the island table in there. Again, if you're on the Patreon, I posted the floor layout that I've got in mind. So everything I'm saying now is just a repeat of that. Yeah, and that's it. Like I say, it feels really weird being in here. It feels like I'm not supposed to be here. I've done this before. I've built my current shop before. But that was a lot smaller than this. It's more or less a kiosk, and this feels very different. This feels really different. It's very exciting, though. I think that'll do for now. I think I'm rambling. But yeah, that's the first impressions. So when am I next going to be back here? During the week, I'm going to start moving boxes down here. Let's switch around again. Can I change cameras while recording? I'll just turn the phone around. So during the week, I'll be bringing boxes down here. Probably starting tomorrow, if not Friday. And then big time Saturday afternoon, I think, I'll start bringing boxes down here just so I can get stuff out of the current shop, because I need to make some space in order to start getting things out. It's like clearing out a garage. You've just got to turf everything out onto the driveway before you can start organising anything. And there's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be sorted, it just needs to be moved. Stuff just like spare cases and just stock and that kind of thing. All I've got to do is just load up my car, drive it down the road and just put it in here. And for now, everything will just go in the back room. The initial plan will just be to get the front room up and running, and we'll do the back room later. So I'll be working on that. Broadband and phone won't be here for another 3 weeks because I've got to wait for BT to get an engineer out. Because weirdly, the phone stuff over here, there's a lot of old weird stuff down here. I think there's sockets there. There's more phone sockets over in the corner, and it just seems to be that no one's got any hecking clue what the setup here is or why it's like that. At some point, it looks like there was some kind of exotic setup here, like ISDN or something like that. But now BT are just like, when I called up BT, they were like, we need an engineer visit. So it's going to be 3 weeks before I can do anything here. So I've got 3 weeks to start moving. And then when the broadband and the phone line goes active, by that time, I will want one of my counters will be there, not permanently, but for now, it will be there just so I've got a space. And then when the real thing happens, I'll move the main counter down. Main counter is an L shape, and I will dismantle it into just two lengths, just two longs instead of an L. And I'll put one of them there as the front bench, and the other one will go out the back to be the start of the studio space. Yeah, and that'll be it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to jet because that's all I've got to show you, but I really wanted to just do this really rough as guts video just so I could show you guys it's happening. This is it. Look, we got it. We got the keys. It's here. It's happening. And yeah, the reality of it hasn't sunk in yet, but it's about to get very exciting. Thank you all for your support, by the way. Again, I haven't said it often enough. I don't read my messages often enough. I don't check for those replies, but I do see the mentions. I do see the people saying thanks for the stuff, and I really appreciate it. Thank you all for helping me make this happen. It's going to be mega, and I cannot wait to do the 100,000 subscriber video where I announce to everyone else and the rest of YouTube, and I say, hey, remember 6 months ago when I had 50,000 subscribers and I said I'm going to get a new shop? Well, now I've got 100,000 subscribers. Here's the new shop. It's going to be amazing. I will see you all there, and I will give you, we'll be doing more soon. I'll try and do some more videos as long as this one comes out okay, because I won't know until I get home and look at it. As long as this one comes out okay, I'll try and make more videos where I'm moving stuff in so you can see everything as it happens and you can follow the journey along the way. Right, thanks a lot. Bye for now.